All right, up next we have Scorpio rising and sun. So for you guys, this Capricorn full moon happening on the 21st is taking place in your third house. And this is kind of a weird full moon because I think it might feel a little bit challenging because certain aspects. I'm gonna talk about why. But especially for you guys, there's something going on here around your mindset or communication. And I'm definitely getting some of that with the cards where there may be some like conflict with others that is healing and some relationships being restored into a more positive feeling from this. And sometimes full moons in the third house can really represent that, like having an important conversation, having clarity around something with someone, clearing the air. And it might even have to deal with this forgiveness card, you asking for forgiveness or someone asking for forgiveness in some kind of way and bringing healing to the situation with you guys. In reverse, which is how it came out, it talks about you needing to ask for forgiveness and just basically like hearing the other person out. And so there might be something here with that where there's a connection where you're coming close together after you hear that person out, you hear their perspective, maybe validate their feelings or apologize if there's something that you did wrong. And I really see that with the 5 wands reversed, 3 of cups upright, coming out of a time of maybe there was some tension or some conflict, or maybe you had anxiety, or maybe there was something going on within a connection. And then you're coming out of that because it's in reverse and coming into the 3 of cups. So you're coming into a phase of making amends, coming into like a celebration energy, things feeling light again, things feeling free again. And so I feel like there's just this really strong message with this full moon in the third house that someone is speaking their mind. You are speaking your mind. Everything is kind of getting laid out on the table, cleared up, and healed in this really beautiful way. What gets a little complicated is the fact that this moon is also making a tight square to Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces in your 5th house. So this actually makes a lot of sense because whenever we have a full moon, the sun is opposite the moon. So the sun right now is in Cancer with Venus, with Mercury. And so both planets, both sets of planets are squaring Neptune. What this can mean, especially with Venus squaring Neptune, is there can sometimes be like an illusion around relationships, things can become unclear. Like the boundaries can be really unclear. The expectations can be unclear. How you perceive something can be unclear. And it can create a lot of kind of confusion and breakdown, relationships because of the lack of clarity. And so I think that that's part of why this happened. And that energy is very much still here, but Neptune, I think, is coming in. If this is something faced head on, I think Neptune is coming in here to help bring healing as well, because Neptune can bring confusion, but it can also bring the compassion and the sensitivity and the healing to things that have been broken, to things that have felt hurt. And I think that that's a huge message here for you guys. So strong 5th house, because Neptune's in the 5th, Saturn, the ruler of this moon, is in the 5th. The 5th is, again, quite social. It's a very friendship and relationship oriented house, romantic relationship. So if there's any kind of like weird breakdown in any connection at all, I really feel like this is an important time to repair that connection and focus on bringing to light what both of you guys really, really feel, how you perceived a situation, if that was really what was going on or not, and have that kind of lightness to move forward. So, okay. This can also, though, translate into other areas of your life. So if that doesn't relate to what's going on with you, there can be some level of confusion just within your own mindset and your own decision makings, especially when it comes to things like dating, if you are dating, or creative projects, or things with children. Yeah, definitely. I really was drawn. I have pulled the Sun, 7 of Pentacles. I was really drawn to this pregnant woman here. So there might be something in relationship with children or pregnancy. And maybe it's something that you want, or maybe it's something that you're uncertain of. And so these kind of areas of your life, it's like you're wanting to make a decision, you're wanting to kind of have a plan or know what you're looking forward to. But then there's also, again, like a lot of unsettled, kind of confusing energy. But for whatever reason, I feel like your cards are so positive. Some of the piles are more negative. So I feel like you guys maybe are having the sun come out, maybe it's because this moon is, or sorry, the sun is in a water sign, and that trines you as a Scorpio rising, as a water sign as well. So maybe there's something in relationship with that, or, Capricorn is an earth sign, which is compatible with your Scorpio energy. So regardless, there's something more constructive about this full moon for you than I think for some other individuals. But there's something here where there can be something that you're trying to create, to bring to life. Maybe your desire to have children, to have a family, to meet a partner, to kind of start this life and like make important decisions. Or maybe you're working on a creative project, or you already have children and you're doing things with them. And maybe there's been some confusion around how that's going to unfold, or uncertainty. A lot of kind of in limbo or in the air, undecided. And this sun card is telling me that clarity is coming. And it's odd because the square with Neptune doesn't make me feel like clarity is coming, but somehow it's coming to you. Maybe it's intuitively around like, this is my person, or this isn't my person, or this is what I should do to meet my person, or this is what I want to do, or this is how I want to shift things in regards to that area of interest in my life. So there's some kind of like clarity, and even if it's not clarity, it's at least like a sense of optimism. And I think that's really felt with the sun being in the ninth house, Venus here as well, Mercury here as well. The sense of optimism of, yeah, I think that things are looking up. Things are going to get better. And maybe if it's not this person, it's the next person. And I feel like I'm on the right path. I feel like I'm building towards something substantial with somebody. And I definitely see that with Mercury sextiling Mars in the 7th. And this could even be, again, a creative project, or with your children. I'm building a better relationship. I'm improving my dynamic with them, or I'm doing this creative project with somebody and it's going really well. But there's a sense of like things are progressing. I'm having this optimism and faith and clarity around where I'm going. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, it feels like a lot is healing relationally and improving for you when it comes to your sense of direction, especially involving other people. One of the things that is interesting around this full moon is the fact that Mercury is squaring the nodes. Mercury is a planet of decisions, of our mindset, of our perspective. It's a planet of communication as well, and is squaring the nodes in your 6th and 12th house axis. So there's something here where I feel like you are, like, you're gaining hope, but I feel like with this square to the nodes, there's maybe something that you still need to do differently. So you maybe are having this higher perspective of like, yes, I'm excited about this. I'm working towards this. I'm building up my skills in this area. So this could be in terms of career or in a relationship or whatever. It doesn't have to be a specific area, but there's something that I think you're building up your skills for. You're working on developing yourself with this Mercury in the 9th house. This is a house of personal growth. You're moving forward in that direction, but you can't, with the square to the nodes in the 6th and 12th, there's something that you have to change up still. Like, even though you're improving things and you are working on yourself, it's something about your routine or your sleep or your health, mental health, your like the way that you structure and organize your day, the work that you're doing. There's something around that needs to kind of like alter, because the way that you've been doing it, it's at a crossroads where you don't really want to keep doing it the same way. And so there might be some level of needing to kind of fly by the seat of your pants a little bit in terms of how this restructuring should go, or in terms of like how you need to prioritize things differently, or go about your health differently, or your work differently, or your sleep differently, or your spiritual practice differently, your restoration. There's something here where it's like yeah, the energy that you're using throughout your day is going to have to be put into different outlets or in different measures at different times. And I feel like with the Page of Wands, Six of Swords, the kind of decisions that you're needing to make, it's like it's something that definitely is going to be a transition for you. And it might, with the Page of Wands, it might be like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just trying this, and I'm having fun with it, and like a good sense of humor. I pulled this card, this humor card. It's like having like fun with it, or seeing the good in it, and seeing like if you decide to, like, let's say you're pregnant and you're having a kid, well, your whole schedule's gonna shift on its head, and you're gonna have to like see the joy in the fact that your whole life is changing and what you're getting out of that. And yeah, I just feel like it's telling you to come at this from like a playful kind of mindset. With the Six of Swords, I really feel that you're transitioning into calmer waters. So I think it initially might feel like a bit rocky through some of these transitions. Like maybe you even change your work of some sort, or you change your approach to work, and it's like, or whatever, all the things that I mentioned are applicable. But whatever that change is, it might initially throw you off, but then you kind of sail into calmer waters and you're transitioning. And it's like this rite of passage, this transition period that might initially feel scary until you start to see the land, the waters calm, and then you're like, okay, I know where I'm going, know what's going on now. So there's just some sense of maybe, yeah, just something in your life where I feel like if you really want to work on this skill, and you really want to like master something, and you really want to get good at something, or you want to put energy into something, or grow yourself in some kind of way, in order to really do that, you're going to have to shift your schedule, or the way that you're approaching your time and your energy and your rest and everything like that, in order for this to really take place in the most successful way possible. It's like you can't just fit your life into the schedule that you were doing it before. That's not going to work to get you what you really want. And the ruler of this moon, Saturn, is in your 5th house. So it is really about what you want. It is about pleasure. It is about joy. It is about connection. It is about doing the things that you enjoy. So if there is something that this full moon is trying to show you, it's trying to show you anything that could get in the way of that sense of joy, of that playfulness, of that happiness. Even making big changes to your life schedule and everything like that can be something to laugh about and to be kind of playful with. So I honestly get good vibes around this full moon for you guys in particular. Again, I think it might be because of that trine to the Cancer sun. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio. If that resonates, please let me know down below. If you want a reading from me, you can check me out at cosmicclarity.astrology.com, which I always link in the description box if you're interested. Don't forget to also subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on this video, please, so more people can find it. And have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much. Bye.